Do you remember the last day on set vividly?
Yeah,
Like,
I think like that day, the whole day felt like a dream, but that was like the closest thing. Wow, I'm like looking around at all these people that I'm about to like, yeah, this is the last time I'm gonna see all these people in the same room at the same time together.
Toughest cast members in tears. Millie Bobby Brown called it the end of an era, while Finn Wolfhard admitted that saying goodbye felt like leaving a part of himself behind. And that's not even scratching the surface. There were
Like in your brain, like I literally didn't know what to do.
and you don't want it to end.
No.
But like, it's weird.
Some people had finished their work from the cast. Anyone that finished stayed in town to come to the set and like see the last thing done, like just to be there.
So a number of your Stranger Things co-stars have said more characters should have died by the end of season 4. Do you agree with that?
Not by season 4, I don't think.
Do you not believe in consequences for characters?
I do.
While he's excited to explore new opportunities, he admitted that wrapping up Stranger Things felt like closing the door on a huge part of his life. Finn reflected on how the show not only shaped him as an actor, but also as a person.
I really do believe in consequences for characters. There's been like family that have died, like, you know, Max's brother and all that stuff. But no like main character has died yet.
One crew member described the moment as a mix of heartbreak and gratitude. But the emotional goodbyes weren't the only thing that stood out during their final days. While tears were shed, the cast also found ways to celebrate and bring some lighthearted fun to the end of an era. While the final days on set were undeniably emotional, they weren't without moments of joy, humor, and celebration. The Stranger Things cast, known for their close bond, turned to thoughtful gifts and playful pranks to ease the heaviness of saying goodbye. Millie Bobby Brown, who has often been described as the heart of the group, surprised her fellow cast members with personalized bracelets. Each bracelet featured the character names of the recipient and a small charm symbolizing their journey on the show. For example, Noah Schnapp's Will bracelet included a tiny bike charm, representing their early adventures in Hawkins. Millie shared that she wanted everyone to leave with a piece of this experience that they could carry forever. David Harbour, ever the father figure both on and off screen, took a more nostalgic approach. He gifted the younger cast members vintage leather notebooks filled with handwritten advice and snippets of memories from their first days on set.
Except for Eddie and Barb and Bob and Mason. Yeah. A lot more than one.
One of the crew members revealed that David included notes from their very first table read, reminding them of how far they'd come. Finn Wolfhard later joked in an interview, a round of pranks. Gaten Matarazzo, who plays the mischievous Dustin, rigged Joe Keery's trailer with dozens of fake spiders, knowing his co-star's infamous fear of creepy crawlies. Joe later admitted, "I screamed so loud I'm pretty sure the entire set heard me." Noah Schnapp, known for his playful sense of humor, swapped the Demogorgon prop with a life-sized cardboard cutout of himself. The unexpected switch caused confusion during a rehearsal, leaving the cast and crew laughing hysterically once they figured it out. The Duffer Brothers also played their part in making the last day memorable.
Does anyone else die in season 5?
I truly don't know.
He's telling the truth.
Moving on to
Are you put off? Are you put off by my answers?
During the wrap party, they surprised the cast with a video montage of their best moments from the past 8 years. The video featured bloopers, behind-the-scenes clips, and heartfelt messages from the crew. Gaten Matarazzo later said, "Watching that video felt like reliving our entire journey in a matter of minutes. It hit me just how lucky we were to be part of something so special." Despite the laughter and good-natured pranks, the reality of the show ending was sinking in. And as the cast reflected on their experiences, they shared candid thoughts about what Stranger Things meant to them and how it shaped their lives forever. For the Stranger Things cast, this wasn't just a job. It was a life-changing experience that defined their formative years. Many of the stars had little to no experience in Hollywood before stepping into the fictional town of Hawkins, but the series turned them into global icons. Millie Bobby Brown reflected on how the show transformed her life, saying, "I went from being this shy, unknown girl to someone who feels confident in her craft. Stranger Things taught me to believe in myself."
I'm not on the spot here.
I'm on the spot here. You're right.
I think I should stick to asking questions.
Okay. I should stop being so insecure.
She credited her co-stars and the Duffer Brothers for creating an environment that allowed her to grow as an actor and as a person. Finn Wolfhard shared similar sentiments, explaining that the friendships he made on set are what he'll cherish most. He said, "We've been through so much together. Awkward teenage years, career highs and lows, and everything in between. These people aren't just co-stars, they're family." For Noah Schnapp, the show's legacy lies in its impact on fans. He revealed that he's received countless messages over the years from people who've connected with Will's struggles, particularly his journey of self-discovery. Noah said, "Knowing that my character could help people feel seen and understood is the greatest gift I could ask for." David Harbour, meanwhile, spoke about how Stranger Things revitalized his career. Before landing the role of Hopper, Harbour admitted he was struggling to find work in Hollywood. He said, "This show didn't just give me a role, it gave me a second chance. I'll always be grateful for that." The cast also acknowledged the show's cultural impact. From iconic lines like "Friends Don't Lie" to the resurgence of 80s music and style, Stranger Things became more than just a TV show. It became a phenomenon.
A lot of our Aussie fans are asking about Stranger Things 5. Can you let us in on any inklings or little hints or anything?
You know what? Not only is Ted and Bella here tonight.
Gaten Matarazzo joked, "I can't count how many times I've been asked to do the Dustin laugh in public. It's wild to think about how much this show resonated with people." As they wrapped up their reflections, one thing became clear. Stranger Things wasn't just a chapter in their lives. It was a defining moment that will stay with them forever. But even as they looked back, the cast couldn't help but think about what the future holds. When it came time to film the last scene of Stranger Things, emotions were running high. The Duffer Brothers chose a moment that encapsulated everything the show was about: friendship, sacrifice, and the fight against the unknown. While the exact details of the final scene remain under wraps to avoid spoilers, cast members have described it as emotional, intense, and the perfect goodbye. Several actors struggled to hold back tears during their final takes. Millie Bobby Brown admitted in an interview, "We couldn't get through the scene without crying. Every time someone said their line, the room would just go quiet, and you could feel how much love we all have for each other." The Duffer Brothers, who directed the final scene themselves, allowed the cast to take their time. Knowing it was more than just acting, it was a real...
But the Duffer Brothers are here tonight. That means all of my bosses are here that employ me. I am not saying anything.
Can you describe it in one word?
I keep just saying end, like it's the end.
The end.
Yeah, the end.
Crew members who were present described the atmosphere as electric but heartbreaking. One insider revealed that when the director called cut for the last time, the room erupted into applause. But it was quickly followed by silence as the gravity of the...
Is this the final Stranger Things? Is this
Yes.
it? Is it been quite emotional? I know you can't really tell us how it ends then, but like you reading those scripts and going through it and stuff, was it just...
Well, I haven't read the end. I know what happens to my character.
a lifetime. Stranger Things wasn't just a show. It was a cultural phenomenon that defined a generation. For nearly a decade, it took us on an unforgettable journey through the Upside Down, introduced us to characters we grew to love like family, and reminded us of the power of friendship and courage. But for the cast, it was so much more. These young actors grew up in front of the world, transforming from kids with big dreams to household names. Their final days on set were a bittersweet farewell to the show that shaped their lives, but also a celebration of what they accomplished together. From emotional goodbyes and heartfelt speeches to playful pranks and cherished memories, it's clear that Stranger Things was more than just a job. It was a second home. Now, as the cast steps into new chapters and the world says goodbye to Hawkins, one thing is certain: the legacy of Stranger Things will live on. Its impact on pop culture, its fans, and the people who brought it to life will echo for years to come. So, while the show may have ended, the story of its cast is far from over. What's next for Millie, Finn, Noah, and the rest of the gang? Only time will tell. But one thing's for sure: they'll always have the Upside Down to thank. Subscribe for more deep dives into your favorite shows, movies, and stars. Because even though the Stranger Things chapter has closed, the stories behind it will always keep us coming back.